Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Why Not Tuesdays. I'm recording this on Wednesday. Yes, today is Wednesday. It has been a little bit crazy around here. You may have noticed that I have not put up a video for a little while, and that is because I have been out and about, for one, getting married, and then going on my honeymoon. So I have been off for a couple of weeks. I just got back in town this past Monday and started to get back to work. So I'm trying to gather all of the scattered things that I left behind that have kind of like drifted away, and I'm trying to like drag them all back together and be like, okay, here's my life again. Violet, the musical at Yellow Tree, finished up. And thank you very much to Sean Pierce, one of my buddies from McNally Smith, was able to cover my last week of shows for me. And I've heard nothing but great things about him and what he did from the music director and everybody else in the pit. So I wanted to say thank you very much, Sean, for handling my last few shows and enabled me to go and, again, get married. Violet was fun. It's over. It's done with. And hopefully I'll get to play back at Yellow Tree again. That'd be cool. It's a nice little theater. So I flew back into town this past Monday. And then on Tuesday, I started rehearsals for the $1 Million Quartet musical that is going to be out at the Old Log Theater, where I previously did The Wedding Singer. And this is going to be a much longer run. We're going to be going through February of 2017, and we start sometime in June. So we have about three or 4 weeks, like 3 weeks of rehearsals and a week of tech, or maybe it's 2 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks of rehearsals and a week of tech, and then we're doing a week of preview shows, and then we have the official opening. And then it's going to be on from there for quite a few months, which is, I'm really looking forward to it. Already after 2 days of rehearsals, this morning already felt so much better than just the first day I came in. So we're making progress very rapidly, which is really good. It's a good group of people. They know their material. We just have to, it's so many different parts that have never really seen or interacted with each other that we have to, spend a lot of time in the same room getting acquainted with how we're all going to work together now, instead of just your part on your own and my part on their own. We have to play together. So that's really the only thing, and it's already sounding great. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really happy to be back at the Old Log and doing this show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before leaving and going out of town, I was trying to do a bunch of work on my book. I'm going to be continuing to work on my book. I've kind of refigured out how I want to. So I printed out a copy, as you saw in an earlier video, and then after going through that and looking at things and kind of thinking things over, I am now designing a 2.0 version or something, where I'm just reformatting some of it. I'm taking some of the stuff that was on a single page by itself but doesn't take up the whole page and moving it onto like one page together, and then I'm going to be like reformatting some of the material a little bit. Not in drastic ways, but just in like small visual ways. And I'm going to be reordering some of it. I found some stuff in the book that was like, oh, this should have been like 10 pages ago. So, doing that kind of stuff. So now that I have a full version of Finale, I will be, reworking all of this stuff at a pace. I'm probably not going to get to work on it a whole lot in the next few weeks, because most of my energy is going to be spent towards $1 Million Quartet and getting that ready for preview performances. But then once we get into performances there, especially, I will have more time, because that'll just be shows in the evening, and then my daytime hours, again, can just go right back to really working on that book. Again, I really want to hold that date of trying to get something significant accomplished by the end of the year. By the end of 2016, I'd really like to have the whole thing done. At the very least, I want a PDF version of the entire book completed in like some kind of substantial form. Ideally, I'd like to have like some copies printed, some finalized copies printed, and that's going to take a lot of work. I've got a bunch of stuff that still needs to be designed. I've written out on pieces of paper in pencil a bunch of sketches of how I want to make a bunch of music theory material and worksheets for my students, because that's one thing where I'm really lacking right now. I don't have any sheets where I can hand the student, and here, draw a bunch of quarter notes, here, draw a bunch of eighth notes, and then identify the different notes, and how much space do they take up in a measure, and all that kind of stuff, that idea of like thinking about it and writing it down. So a bunch of pages for that, and I'm going to be going through a process with my lovely wife, Amanda, And with her wizardry as a graphic designer, she will hopefully be able to help me get things kind of sorted out and meshed together. So there's a bunch of work that still needs to be done in it, but I'm confident that I can get this done. I really, really want to get it done because I want to get it into usable form. I want to be able to use all this stuff, like print a book and sell it to somebody, for crying out loud. Anyways, there's not a whole lot left for me to say. I'm pretty busy right now with all this other stuff, but I don't have a lot to say about it, just that I'm busy. So, thank you for coming back and watching the video again. I know there were multiple weeks there of downtime where I wasn't putting anything up, and hopefully I can remedy that in the future. We'll see. Rehearsals should provide some good material to be able to talk about some stuff. So, keep checking back. Thank you very much to all of you who watch the videos. I really appreciate it. And leave some feedback if you want, or you can just listen to me talk and then listen to me talk again later and then again later. So typical end of the video rambling, so I'm going to cut it off here. Thank you for watching. You have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.